Hmm. All right. Hi, Jaja here. Rajan Ja, for those who may or may not be familiar with me. I normally don't make videos to post online, or vlogs, whatever you might want to call it. However, I'm being urged for quite some time now to put myself out there, regardless of rejection or anyone understanding what I have to say or not. So I really just wanted to come in and talk about something that's happening in my life. I've recently, as many of us are, begun really transforming the way that I operate. And what that means is that gaining access to my energy, my presence, there is a demand and it must be reciprocated. I speak a whole lot about unconditional love, and it's really unconditional self-love. I love myself unconditionally enough to set up a boundary and recognize this is what I require to be comfortable and at ease with me. Safe. Not that there's any threat around there. There's just a disregard for energetic intelligence or spiritual awareness or emotional consideration for people all over. I felt guilty to this as well. I mean, I'm not perfect. Who is? Thing is, I've begun to respect myself a lot more and value what I bring to the table, even when people don't understand it at all. And regardless of anybody else outside of me, I know me. And this is how I operate. If you wish to be in my presence and experience the love that I have to offer, there are certain guidelines and ways of operating that have to be harmonious to me. I'm not gonna go ahead and lay it out or try to explain it. How can I attempt to explain my life experience without you having walked in my shoes? It's counterproductive. But in moments where it is relevant, I do speak up and say, hey, this is how I feel about that. I don't operate that way. Please don't do that. And after so many times of speaking a boundary or establishing a line that isn't so flexible, I have to detach. And in my past, I've been really, really quick to detach without even processing the emotions behind it and whatever and whatnot. Later find I have more lessons to go through to pass the initiation. Okay, great. I've developed to a level of awareness, self-awareness, that's reached a moment of non-negotiation. And as I continue to walk, it'll become more and more firm. I'll stand more and more firm in it. But I've realized a lot. I made a post 2 years ago, and I actually just shared it a few days ago about experiencing the spiritual deaths of people in my life. You know, it's not so much a death, that's kind of a gruesome word for this case, really. Or is it? But it's more so where I can see or I have witnessed their expiration of their time next to me, or my time next to them, whatever the case. It was a really hard thing to process. I witnessed many of the people that I've known, nearly all of them, having to veer away from me, or me having to veer away from them. Depends on the perspective. Whatever the case, everyone is on their own timeline, trajectory of spiritual development and evolution. I'm not one to insert myself in someone's life to influence them in a way that they don't want. free will choice. I accept you. I love you. I love myself unconditionally. That's not for me. I'm going to go this way. Ain't no judgment in it. It simply is what it is. So as the years have continued to move on, time, we experience it linearly. I'm actually walking through those moments now that I experienced, and not that I have attempted to hold on to these individuals. I allow for people to show me who they are. I allow myself to show myself who I am. And as pieces of me are shown to my conscious waking awareness, I let go here and there, or I focus on something and develop it and grow it, expand it, as with the people around me. Yes, within, so without, or however the actual notion goes. I've read in the book, the volume of the 3 initiates, it's as above, so below, as within, so without. Everything is one. What's happening here is happening on a larger scale. This is the micro, as I see it. It's happening in the macro, my universe. So I'm experiencing pieces of me falling away. And I love them so dearly. I just let them fly on by, float away, float on down the river. You're not useful to me anymore. I love you. Thank you for all your contributions and your service to this, my self-love story. Thank you for your service. Goodbye. Now, the way that I'm viewing it, the way that I recognize myself, I'm moving in an upward spiral. I'm going up. I'm ascending. This is my memoirs of an ascending master. I am ascending. I experience my ascended self, my God self form in this body. So as I continue on, it's with a loving manner. There's no hate in my heart. I can probably count a handful of times where I've actually even said that word in expression for how I feel in some way. And normally in those cases, it's an extreme circumstance. Stuck in a loop, can't get out of it emotionally, trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, the squeeze on the spirit before finally there's a surrender and a breakthrough. And I love it. I'm so grateful for your adversity. I'm so grateful for the lessons that you showed. Thank you for being you. No matter how hard you pushed against me, I found my truth. Red. Because this is a baseline frequency I'm speaking to. My root chakra. What it takes for me to feel safe. These are my boundaries. And back to my original point, experiencing people now to where I've been attending to the relationship. I've been attending to it, present for it, and expressing myself in the way that I am growing and how I view my perspective of things. And this is who I am. This is how I am. And I'm witnessing that because of who I am and the accelerated spiral upwards into my God self and form through this vessel. These aspects of me die off, and so do the people. They're still living in form. They're still in form. They're still walking around doing their thing, whatever the thing is that they do. It's not what I'm doing. So all these people through the 33, 34 years of my life that have been in it, these first 34, the originals are along another path, I suppose. My point is, for anyone who might be hearing this and can resonate with these words, It's a vibrational thing. It's not personal. This is my perspective, right? I'm raising my vibration. It's not that I hate you, I'm mad at you, or that I don't like you. It's nothing like that. It's that the vibration that you're on does not support and serve my vibration at this timing, and I have to say goodbye to me in that form. See you on the other side. Everything is evolving. And as everything is evolving, everything is changing, things are moving. On and on and on. I'm here to maximize my vibration in the most gracious, graceful, harmonious, elegant way as possible. A soft life. A soft life. I've done very well for myself so far. I'm very, very happy. And I recognize the beauty and the blessing. And so now is a time for me to become resolved in my vibration. A very fine resolution. A narrow path. With what I allow in and how I harmonize with it. I'm speaking these words because now it is set. Hold myself accountable. I'm so looking forward to this next chapter, this next evolution in this my experience. As I state these words, I recognize the initiations that come along with it, and I am excited. I'm grateful. And I thank you, everyone. I thank me. I love. And I only wish to be loved in return for the love that I am. And everyone's doing a wonderful job.